Can you look into your heart and can you say, I'm being honest, I'm doing a genuine, righteous, good job to help, and don't think that you're going to be supported by those people, because they will turn on you just like they turn on anybody. Hello, welcome to HealYourself Therapies. So here I am again, talking about what's happening, this great awakening that is happening on the earth. Now finally, we are seeing something that we've never seen before. In Berlin this weekend, there were, according to the people that were there and the people that actually saw what was happening, 2 or 3 million people in Berlin, and according to the news, obviously not many people. And in London there were, I think, 60,000 or 80,000 people demonstrating there. All of this against the New World Order. Okay, now it doesn't really matter how the press portrays that. They lie. We know they lie every time. I mean, they just constantly lie. So we expect them to lie. So what they do is they call all of the people who protest, they like to call them extreme right. Okay? That's where anybody who says anything against the agenda is extreme right. Okay? So that's where we are. Also, what else they've started to call us as well, and this is really interesting. This ties up with what I was saying about the next few months going to be interesting times. They have called us terrorists now. We are terrorists. Why? Because we are fomenting violence. That's what they say. Okay, so we've been called terrorists. We've also been called psychopaths. They've done studies to find that we are psychopaths. Okay. So psychopathic terrorists, that's who we are. And yet when you go out there, what you see is love, unity, peace from people of all kinds, all ages, all genders, all colours. It's beautiful. So there was also another demonstration in Israel, in Poland, they're just everywhere. In New Zealand, I think also, everywhere. Like that. Now, so what's happening is this, and this is I think the key thing. When I went to Madrid, and I was part of the demonstration in which there were 9,000 people. Now, for Spain, that's really good, because Spain's kind of it's catching up, but it's a little bit behind in all of this. I've got a sense, finally, that I wasn't alone. Okay, when you've woken up, it's a very lonely place. And sometimes you see online that you see there are a lot of people, but you just don't get the sense that they're near you. They're always elsewhere. So when you go to these places, what happens is this. You meet like-minded people, you're surrounded with them, you feel the energy of this love, this unity, this we are all in this together. And it makes you stronger. It makes you braver. And so you're not frightened to talk. You become less frightened. Remember, peer pressure is everything. You know, they know that. They use peer pressure to control us. They always have. They always use the opinion of other people to control us. The fear of what other people might think. Obviously, they use other fears as well, like the fear of the law, the fear of going to prison in handcuffs. But the fear of what other people might think is probably the biggest control that we've ever had, that they've imposed on us. And then, of course, you wake up and you realize that the opinion of people isn't worth shit. Okay, the opinion of people is the biggest pile of bollocks ever in the world. That's what you realize when you wake up. You realize that people know F all. They know nothing. They only know, these are the people who are asleep, they only know what they've been told. And they've been told that the fact that they know that makes them very intelligent and very studied people. They truly believe that they are the informed masses. That's what they believe. And they look at us and they feel sorry for us that we have been so misled. But from our angle, when you wake up and you actually discover the truth, just like the little boy that sees the emperor with no clothes, you are the one that's realizing that people's opinion is worth F all. People's opinion is the most invaluable thing that you could possibly have. I don't care what people think. In fact, I expect people to be stupid because they've been indoctrinated to be stupid. It isn't their fault, right? It isn't their fault. Remember, when a fisherman drops a hook into the sea and it's got a bait on, and it's got a delicious bait on, and a fish bites it, it is not the fish's fault that it bit the hook. It's the fisherman's fault, isn't it? The fisherman put the hook in with the express desire, purpose of catching a fish. Okay? And so it isn't the people who swallow down this bullshit. It isn't their fault. It's the fault of the people who put the bullshit there in the first place. Does that make sense? Yes, the fish has a responsibility. The fish has bitten the hook, and it could have chosen to not bite the hook. But come on, it's a fish. And fish eat. And fish see something and they eat it. They don't know that there's a horrible hook hidden inside of the food. Just like the people in the world do not know that there's a horrible hook hidden inside of every newscast, every newspaper, every dictum that comes from the political world. They don't know that. All right? But that doesn't mean that we have to pay attention to them. People are stupid. People have been made stupid. And so their opinions are worthless and stupid. Okay, so that's where we are when we are awake. What happens is we are feeling lonely, but then we go and we surround ourselves. Imagine what it would be like to be with 3 million people in Berlin. Everybody against what's happening, against the New World Order. How fantastic is that? You come home and you are bristling. You are brave. You are not frightened anymore. So this is what's happening around the world. That people are going to demonstrations, and I see all of the comments saying, I couldn't be there this time, but next time I'm going to be there. Why is that happening? Because lots of people don't want to go because they're kind of, I'm not sure, and there might be trouble, and maybe nobody will turn up and I'll be the only one and I'll be an idiot. Then they see that thousands and thousands of people are going, and they say, oh my God, I'm not alone in this. It isn't just me. And so what's happening is lots of people, and obviously it doesn't come out in the news, but on social media it's everywhere. Lots of people, the people who are interested, are seeing it. Now, I don't believe that we have seen that much of the demonstrations that we're going to see. The volume of people that are going to take to the streets. I don't think we've seen anything yet. Because there's a majority, a silent majority, that is just watching, that knows that this is all tits up. It's gone tits up. But they don't know what to do about it. Then they see all of these people taken to the streets and they go, well, I'm going to go as well. Okay? And so this is where we are. We are becoming stronger. We are becoming braver. We are not frightened because we are many. And so, watch this space. Watch as it starts to progress. Watch as we get braver and stronger and louder. And all of these and all of the protests are peaceful. This is the nice thing. They're all peaceful. And do you know when they're not peaceful? Do you know why? Because they've been infiltrated by those people who are paid by Soros to go in like Antifa, Black Lives Matter. It doesn't really matter. People that are paid, it's always this antagonistic opposite number, and they come in and they start doing stupid things. And the cameras, surprisingly enough, the cameras are always there to catch that. So you never have cameras looking at all of the beautiful people, all ages, all colours, all creeds. Never. One little bit of violence, one little bit of horribleness, and the cameras are there. That's because the media is not our friend. The media is not our friend. We must understand that. The media is not our friend. Now, let me tell you something. I had a comment from somebody who said, I work for the media. I think they were a graphic designer, something like that. I work for the media. So are you saying that I am? Absolutely not. I'm not saying that at all. We all have a moral compass. And so your question is not for me. Your question shouldn't be for me. Your question should be for you. And you ask yourself, am I doing an honest job? Am I honestly reporting the truth? Or am I manipulating the truth to follow what I'm told that I have to report? That's it. It's just a very simplistic thing. You don't need to ask anybody. You don't need to say, how dare you? I work there. And no. Can you look into your heart and can you say, I'm being honest, I'm doing a genuine, righteous, good job to help people? And if you can't answer that, you need to get the F out of your job and you need to change it. I'll tell you why. Because very soon you won't have a choice. Very soon you won't have a choice. Do not think that the people who are supporting you right now and who are paying you wages, do not think that they're going to be there in 3 months' time or in 6 months' time. And don't think that you're going to be supported by those people, because they will turn on you just like they turn on anybody. Right? You are completely meaningless to them. You're doing a job because they want you to do a job. You're not in a team. This is not all a big family. No. So now's the time for you to consider what you're doing, to consider whether you are being true to yourself and if you're being true to mankind or not. And if you are, brilliant, keep doing what you're doing, fantastic. And if you're not, get the hell out of there. Right? Because time's running out. Because the people that are doing damage to mankind will be judged. Will be judged on many levels. As the meme that I saw, which made me laugh, where they said, those people who are doing this will be judged by God. And we will arrange the meeting. And I truly believe that that's what might happen, That people will want vengeance, okay? Not everybody, but the people who've just woken up and the people who are really angry, they'll want some vengeance. They'll want to see justice done. And they won't be happy just to wait for God to do it. They may take it into their own hands. So this is why it's very important, if you are doing something knowing that it's hurting mankind, that you're lying, that you're manipulating, that you're suppressing information, that you're exaggerating information that isn't true, that you're trying to steer an agenda, stop. Because it's going to come back on you, it's going to bite you in the bum, and it's not just going to bite you in the bum, it's going to kill you. Truly. Okay? So there you are. So now, please, if you are like this, looking at what's happening, start supporting. Start supporting the people. We need to know that we are many. We need to feel one with the rest of our kin and kith and kin. Okay? So start supporting. Go to these events, because the more we are, the bigger the voice that we're going to have. And the media cannot hide this forever. How can they do it? If millions are out there, they can't hide it. So, we are in fantastic times. We're in a wonderful time now. We're in times that we have never seen, ever. And so, trust in the process. Keep your head down, but keep working, keep sending out the right vibes, keep communicating, keep meeting and uniting. And we'll get there. We'll get there. This is fantastic. This is popcorn time, man. See you later.